Okay, welcome to the online HydraFacial class. So the online HydraFacial class, as you can see, and I do apologize for not having the volume on while the Zoom recording was recording. I don't have that type of plan that I pay for. So if you pay for the plan, make sure you get it to where you can record and it records the audio as well. But this is just a taste of what the class would be like. As you can see, we have our models. They're setting up their room, and I'm telling her what to mix. So basically you'll get a class on how to make your own solutions and how to use your HydraFacial 6-in-1, 7-in-1, 8-in-1, or 2001 HydraFacial machine. So as you can see us in the video, we're talking and communicating through the Zoom app. So Zoom is pretty much all the craze since the pandemic, and it's kind of a good way to communicate for online classes and teachers, professors, colleges, professors, I already said Professor Jesus, and pastors, reverends, all the good things that you want to still keep your people in view of what you can do instead of just watching it on a video. Because some people have specific questions, and as you can see in here, she's basically asking me, hey, look, what do I do? How many strokes do I do? Is this too hard, too slow? And you're basically just walking through step by step of all the procedures on all the heads, all the instruments on the machine. So don't freak out. Don't lose your mind. Don't lose your cool, because I'm here to help. And you can see we're laughing, having a good time. It's a fun class. It's nothing boring. There's no long lectures about nonsense, just like you would do in a classroom setting or any aesthetic school, which aesthetic schools don't even teach HydraFacials, which they would be smart if they did, but I guess they're not that smart. So if you're wise, you can start to teach your own classes. And that's another part of this class at the end. And we're starting to talk about it at the very end. And I'll show you when we're talking about teaching her own classes in the future. So for now, we're actually going over the steps of the HydraFacial wand. And see, she has to turn down the suction, turn on the water, because you're right, it was too hard, it was too heavy. And they're both laughing about it because, yeah, there was no water coming out. So if your solution is super, super, super hard, or not your solution, but your hose, the handle, the valves are open too wide, it's going to suck your skin way up in there. It's a very powerful machine. And so, right, you want to test it on your hand, as she's doing right now. And see, I'm teaching them about how a hickey works. And we all know about good loving, and we're all slobbing down each other's necks and face and putting our tongue down each other's throats. Yes, it's a great thing, and tongue in other places. You know what I mean. And if you don't know what I mean, Lord help you. I will pray for you. Anyway, we're going over what a hickey means. And if you leave the suction on the person's face for too long, then yes, and the pressure's too much. So see, she has to turn it down right now. Right, the pressure can be too intense for the face. And after about 5 seconds, it leaves your face like a bruise or a hickey. And we all know when we get down with that loved one, we slob each other's neck down real good and juicy, right? Like a vampire. Bite all in that damn neck. But the next morning, if you was in high school, we all know, waking up the next morning, oh, your whole neck is bruised up. And how you going to hide that? You got to wear a turtleneck for a couple of days, hiding it from your mom and dad or whoever. Whew. It's a quick way to get your ass in trouble. So now we're moving on, because now we're extreme professionals and we're all laughing. See, look, having a good time. I'm teaching them about, hey, be careful, because your husband, you come home with this, he might think you, been talking to the vampire. So we don't want to have that and get you in trouble. So that's what we're laughing about. Just be careful. So she's switching the heads. We teach you in the class how to use different tips. Look, she's putting it on the skin. Oh, yeah. Making sure it's not too much of a suction. Oh, yes. And the smaller head actually goes in between the nose. Oh, yeah. Make sure you have a towel so you can blot, because sometimes the water or the solution drips. And you're doing a spot treatment. This is called a spot treatment. You're spotting over the acne. And so it will suck those little pores, the acne, oh yeah, gunk out of your face. And so you don't have to drag across the skin. You can always just do a spot treatment. Because some people have grade 3, grade 4 acne, which is horrible. And you need to do something light and easy for their face in the beginning. Okay. So now we're teaching how to use an actual facial mask. The facial mask, you can combine any treatment you want in a HydraFacial. HydraFacial isn't just something that you have to use all the instruments on your HydraFacial machine. You can use 2 instruments on your HydraFacial machine and use all the other physical, like a chemical peel, like a mask, like a serum, like a LED light treatments. You can work all of that in at the same time. And so I'm just showing you. See, I'm working on the dummy, Kim K. I'm not saying she's a dummy. I'm just saying that's the model's name right now. My model, as you can see me painting or actually putting on my mask, the gel mask up top, you see it. I apologize for the not so clear visual aid of me, but hey, Zoom class, I need to pay for the higher, tier. So you can see me adding on the hyaluronic mask to Kim K. The model, my model, the plastic model, the dummy. And she's applying her own facial mask to her client. And she's using a nice, calming, soothing mask. And anybody who has redness, I'm teaching them, hey, look, this is what you do if somebody has red or like rosacea to calm your skin down to get rid of that redness. And this is what we're going to use, the ultrasonic scrubber or ultrasound to work that redness out. And I'm teaching her how to use the machine, how to turn up the machine. So see how she's tapping? Yes, you want to turn that power up. So many people have a HydraFacial machine and do not know the power of their machine. And they don't even know what those little buttons were. I'm like, yes, you turn it up. Those instructions you get with the HydraFacial machine are horrible. Like times a million. They barely have any type of thing in any language that's, good for you. And it's only like 2 or 3 pages. It's horrible. So now she's using the ultrasound. And with a mask, you can use ultrasound with any mask, a gel mask, especially a gel mask, any type of mask that moves. And that's what we're laughing about now because she didn't even know that. I'm like, wow. Some of our schools don't teach us the good stuff. So look, see how it glides? And she was like, wow, okay. I didn't know I could use it like this. As you can see the face, see the mask, it actually seeps into the face because of the ultrasound. It moves. Well, I mean, it's not friction-y move, but it's like sound waves penetrating through the skin.